4-2, a 4-3 defeat to Wealdstone. We can tell by your face what the answer's going to be. How would you sum that one up?
Look, I've said my feelings in there to the change rooms. The lads would know where we stand. Look, we take it as a group, and this is me not pointing a finger at them. We take that as a group. That's nowhere near good enough to represent this football club. Defensively, that's the worst possibly I could ever say that one of my teams have ever been. Not good enough. First goal, our own fault. Second goal, our own fault. Third goal, our own fault. Fourth goal, our own fault. It's nowhere near good enough.
I think that's the main point, isn't it? It's all our own doing and very uncharacteristic as well.
Yeah, as I said, look, it's nowhere near good enough. We've got a full week. It's something that will be addressed over next week on the training ground. It's not good enough. My belief is we start with a clean sheet. The bare minimum you walk off a football pitch at 95 minutes is a clean sheet. We're creating opportunities. We're not ruthless enough in both 18-yard boxes.
And what do you think caused it? Because it sort of came out of nothing from the performances so far this season.
Yeah, look, as I said, didn't see it coming. As I said, dissect it. I'll watch it back on the coach. We'll watch it over the next few days. There'll be a debrief on it, and we need to learn from it. Because, as I said, the first one, it's come from our turnover of our play. They've got down the side of us. Their right winger's got in between our full-back and the centre-back. The full-back sees him, he's got to block him off because space don't score. He's let him out of space. The second one's come from our possession as well. Obviously the third and the fourth are part of football. Set place is massive at this level, not good enough. Fourth one, he's lost his man. The third one I'll have a look back at, it's gone directing from the free kick. The kid's put in a good area, but somebody has to take responsibility and go and get there on it.
You mentioned the other penalty area as well. Despite scoring 3 goals, there are a few chances have gone to begging as well.
Yeah, we've had 15 opportunities. We've got 15 shots. We've had 15 attempts today. We've scored 3. 1 in 3 is not good enough. Look, we create things. You don't take nothing away from Wealdstone. There's 1 or 2 decent blocks that they had, but we've created open goals again to an extent, and we've put them wide. Possible shape for a penalty again. From the first phase of it, but then it drops to one of our players who's 4 yards out and he kicks it wide. We don't revert back to the penalty discussion if he ends up doing his job and puts that in on a post.
You obviously made just 1 change today, 1 enforced on. Were you not tempted to make more as we went 4-2 down in that second half?
Yeah, look, there's that there. You look at it. I mean, we've picked up 1 or 2 injuries over the last few weeks in training. We've had 1 or 2 previous injuries that flared back up. If I'm looking at it, can I affect it? I can only bulk the midfield up. I need to keep 2 centre forwards on there. We're chasing the game.
You mentioned those injuries. How are the players that didn't travel? Jake Bickerstaff, Jordan Ponticelli, Mark Carrington.
Yeah, we lost Carrie yesterday in training. Carrie will probably be the longest one. Jake picked up a little tweak. Hopeful for next week. JP's just had a slight recurrence with his hamstring. He got through 90 minutes. It's just flagged back up, shot back up, sorry to say, the last few days. So hopefully he might be back in contention for next week.
And Anthony Jeffrey, is he getting close to?
Yeah, AJ won't be too far off. He'll be another one who could possibly be back for next week, and obviously then we'll assess Rubbers what's happened to him today.
The one thing with Rubbers' injury, you got to bring Dan Jarvis on. Probably in the second half, he's our brightest player.
Yes, he looks sharp. He's been waiting his opportunity. Spotted him through pre-season. He wasn't where he needed to be. He'd bulked up a touch, not to the where we want him at. He stripped himself down and he's been ready to go. His last 10 days of training, probably the shock they weren't involved against Bournemouth Wood. He's been a reaction from it, so he's been waiting his opportunity. He came on the other night, looked quite sharp for the brief spell he had. He's had longer today and he's done well.
Say a week now until the FA Cup game against Solihull. Is there now an added importance to that game with Wrexham needing to get back to winning?
Yeah, there's always added importance. Every game that his club represents, we have to go and win. Playing against 2 teams that have been bottom of the league, we've got turned over twice. There seems to be, we have to come to games, we have to go and win games, you have to earn the right. Did we do enough to earn the right today? There's question marks over there. I've not question marked them yet. I thought the hard work, the intensity, everything that I wanted from them has been in the previous games. There's points today that 1 or 2 didn't get to where they need to be.
It seems to be a recurring theme. Beat teams like Yeovil at the top of the league. It's the teams at the bottom half of the table that we're struggling against. What do you think the reason for that is?
That, I don't know. I think you look over the previous years, amount of years, it's always been a case. We take nothing for granted. We came down here, we've done it properly. Just on brief on that, I'd like to say a massive thanks to the Turf Reds. With the streaming that they've done, the charge entrance fee, that contributed to be able to get down here today. So preparation-wise, it was all spot on, and that's a massive thanks to Wayne and the Turf Reds. As I said, whether it's a mentality thing, I don't know. That's something I need to look at and make sure that it doesn't happen again.
So how do you build on it? How do you get better in the coming weeks?
There's been harsh words said from inside the group itself. we take it on the chin, it stays in the four walls. As I said, we've got a week to work on things now. Make sure we go to Den Solihull now and give a proper account of ourselves and do everything that we can to get make sure we're in the next round of the FA Cup.
Thanks, Ian.